Alright, recording, yes. Today, I, an atheist, will be reading part of the Bible aloud and, kind of mocking it, I guess. And before anyone who believes this, comment something below, continue commenting. Apparently, I've heard it's good for the algorithm, and I could really use the exposure. If you're angry, please be sure to share it so other people can be outraged alongside you, so I get more views. Anyway, this is the Gospel of Thomas. If you have a Bible, it's not going to be in it because it's not in the Bible. Look, I'm going to go to the Wikipedia page and extra canonical. It's non-canonical. It's not going to be in your thing. And that's why I think I might make this serious. Anyway, starting. Okay, he said whoever finds the interpretations of these sayings will not experience death. Okay. Oh, first I should probably tell you a bit of what to expect. So, this is basically a bunch of so this is basically a bunch of so this is basically a bunch of riddles, and if you can solve them all, you will gain immortality or something. Maybe they're more lateral thinking puzzles, correct interpretation, what they actually mean. So these are deliberately cryptic. Okay, so let him who seeks continue seeking what until he finds. When he finds, he will become troll. When he becomes troll, he will be astonished and he will rule them all. Okay. I'm gonna have a look at the other translations they have because I'm confused. I'm gonna go to the Meyer trans. Okay, Yeshua. Okay, yeah, no, that's weird. Okay, yeah. The seeker should not stop until he finds. When he finds, it will be discerned. If he search, he will be astonished. Then he will reign over everything. What the hell? You're gonna find something disgusting, then be astonished, and then you. What the hell is this? You say you look the kingdom in the sky, then the birds will be there before you are. Kingdoms in the sea, then the fish will be there before is within you and is outside of you. Okay, this is presumably referring to heaven, but don't know. It's just some kingdom, which means it's ruled over by a king. Could mean the UK for all I know. If you understand yourselves, you will be understood. As the sons of the living, if you do not know yourselves, you exist in poverty, and you are that poverty. This self-awareness, something. If you understand yourselves, you will be understood. Obviously, this is metaphorical. I would make some joke about not if you're speaking a different language. Wait, I already did. Too bad. The old man will not hesitate to ask a 7-day-old for a single place of life, and he will live. There are many who are first who will become last. They will be. Okay, recognize what is in front of you, and what that which is hidden for you will be revealed to you. Nothing hidden will fail to be displayed. This. So, if you are ever want a Bible quote about looking for something, when you lost something, stare straight ahead and you'll find it. Did Gospel of Thomas 5. So I was questioning him, should we fast? In what way should we play? Should we give taught charity, from which we abstain. Do not lie. If there's something you hate, don't do it for the things revealed. No shit, Sherlock. Nothing recovered will remain undisclosed. Oh. The path to omniscience is hedonism. This is a weird one. Blessed is a lion that a man eats, because that lion will become human. Cursed is the man that a lion eats, because that lion will become human. What the fuck? What is it? It just says consumes instead of eats. The man is like a thoughtful fisherman who pulled it out full of little fish. Among the little fish, or is it man is okay? I think it's like a wise fisherman can see full of little fish, and among them the wise fisherman. Yeah, wise makes more sense than thoughtful. I don't know. He threw all the small fish back in the sea and chose the large fish without difficulty. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. What the hell does this mean? I get he's saying, tell people this random story. What the hell? Oh, now the sower went out, took a handful of seeds and scattered them. Some found the road, burned them up. Others found the rock and did not take root in the soil, did not produce ears. And those found thorns. They choked the seeds and the worms ate them. This fell on good soil, produced good for 60 per measure and 120 per measure. This is just farming advice. You have cast fire upon the world and see I am guarding it until it blazes. This is probably something that it makes more sense if you have read the rest of the Bible, which I haven't. I have read this. I read some of the Gospel of Judas and Genesis and also Acts 19, which I wrote a fan fiction about. Moving on. This heaven passed away one above it will... Wait, what? The one... Okay. The dead are not alive, and the living will not die in this. When you consumed what is dead, you made it what is... This is referring... He's talking to his disciples, right? You means his disciples, right? When you come to dawn the light, what will you do? And when you are one, you become two. But when you become two, what will you do? Oh, this is just a riddle. Oh, I get it. This is a riddle. This is actually just a riddle. I kind of forgot I said at the beginning of the video that this entire book, all freaking 114 lines of it, is just him saying riddles and shit. So I've said to Jesus, what? We know that you will depart from us, for who will be your leader? Whoever you are, go to James the righteous, for whose sake heaven and earth came into being. Okay. Pointing his successor. Okay. So Jesus said to his disciples, compare me to someone and tell me who I'm like. Peter said, St. Pedro said to him, you're like a brightness. Angel, Matthias said to him, you're like a whisper. Sir Thomas said to him, Master, my mouth is wholly incapable of saying what you're like. I am not your master, because you have drunk, you have become intoxicated by the bubbling spring which I have measured out. I guess that's the turning water into wine thing, eh? He took it with took him and withdrew and told him of 3 things. And such returned to his companions. He asked them, what did Jesus say to you? Said to them, if I tell you one of the things you will tell me, you will pick up stones and throw them at me. A fire will come out of the stones and burn you up. Okay. Okay, if you fast, you will give rise to sin for yourselves. What? If you pray, you will be condemned. If you give alms, you will do harm to your spirits. When you go into any line of water they receive, you eat what they set before you and heal the sick among them. What goes into your mouth will not defile you. That which issues for you is that which will defile you. Okay, this is just him saying you don't give a shit what you eat, but what you say is what matters more. Okay. Oh, this one I know. When you see one who is... Oh, by the way, forgot to say this at the beginning. Spoilers for Macbeth. And yes, I'm giving a spoiler warning for Shakespeare. Because if you manage to see Shakespeare without spoilers, oh my god, it is so good. It has the reason why people don't get it is because they either don't understand Elizabethan English, or because it's all been spoiled to them by like 500 years, or more like 400, 300 years of like pop culture osmosis, and also because it generated lots of the tropes that we used to say. Anyway, okay, 15. When you see one who is not born of woman, prostrate yourselves on your faces and worship him. That one is your father. You see, this one. I actually have figured this one out. So, one who was not born of woman. So, this is the reason for the spoiler warning. If you remember from Macbeth, this is similar to the prophecy that Macbeth got. One who is not born of woman. That means if you see someone who was born of cesarean section, I'm sorry, kind of playing this video out, so I'm laughing at my own jokes before I can say it. When you see someone who was born by cesarean section, lie on your faces and worship him. That one is your father. So, fun fact. I was actually born by C-section. So lie on your face and worship me. Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy. Okay, Menthic perhaps. And remember, this is for everyone who was born C-section. I guess this is probably just using generic he. But, like, I'm gonna see what the other translation says. Yeah, this is... Men think perhaps that it is peace have cast upon the world. No, it is dissension which I have cast to come on the earth. Fire, sword, and war. For there will be 5 in a house, 3 will be against 2, 2 against 3, the father against son, the father against... They will stand solitary. Is this about family size? I don't think it's about family size, but... I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Maybe it's like thinking about the fall of Rome? I give you what no eye has seen, and what no ears has heard, and what no hand has touched, and what has never occurred to the human mind. Okay, this guy's just bragging about how deep he is. Tell us how our end will be. The beginning that you look for in the end. For the beginning is there will the end be. Let's see who takes his place in the beginning. No, the end will not experience death. Okay, blessed is he who came into being before he came into being. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Give silence to my word. These stones will minister you, for there are 5 trees which remain undisturbed summer and winter, and whose leaves do not fall. Jesus. Those are just evergreen trees. They're just looking. Oh, there don't seem to be there. I've seen such tree. They're in the mountains south of here. What the hell is this about? Okay. So I'm just. Okay. Yeah. It is like the mustard seed, the smallest of all seeds, but when it falls until. Okay. Who are your disciples? Mary. No indication which Mary this is. There are like. Hang on. I'm gonna go to Wikipedia. Okay. I'm just gonna see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Mary, Mother of James. The other Mary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Which of the 9 Marys is this? They're like children who have settled in a field which is not theirs. Who are your disciples like? Oh, they will say, "Let us back our field." They will undress in their presence in order to let them have back their field and to give it back to the. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What does this even mean? Sorry if you're watching this at work. First of all, why aren't you working? This is... I didn't expect to come across something this NSFW. I guess I kind of more skimmed it first time. Oh, therefore save the owner of the house knows that the thief is coming. Get his vigil before he comes. Holy sh... I'm not letting him dig through the house for to carry. You then be on gird against the world's armor, so great strength, lest the robbers find a way to come to you. Like the people who are on the field, for the difficulty which you expect will surely materialize. There be among you a man of understanding when the grain ripened, he will come quickly with his sick in his hand and reaped it. For as they used to hear, saw infants being suckled. Those infants are being suckled like those who enter the kingdom. Sure, then as children enter the kingdom. When you make two what? When you make two what? Is this referring to like sex? Or do I just have a dirty mind? And when you make the inside like the outside and the outside like the inside and is this just vague symmetry metaphors? The male and the female one are the same, so that the male not be male, nor the female when you fashion eyes. What the fuck? And hand in, of a place of a hand and a foot in place of a foot. And a likeness in place. What? Is this a Ship of Theseus thing? I am so confused. Well, I guess this is, Jesus tells riddles for, more than 100 lines straight. Oh my gosh. Choose you out of 1,000. 1 out of 1,000, 2 out of 10,000, they shall stand as a single one. What the fuck's that? Job said to him, show us the place where you are, so it is necessary for us to seek him. There's light within a man of light, and he lights up the whole world. If he does not shine, he is darkness. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. The opposite of light is dark. Huh. Really like your soul, guard him like the pupil of your eye. Cool. See the mote in your brother's eyes, but you do not see the beam in your... When you cast a beam out of your own eyes, you will clearly cast the mote from your brother's eye. What? If you do not fast as regards the... Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! If you fast, you give... What? He just contradicted himself in a... within the same... What the fuck? I expected, like, each book to be mostly internally consistent. And, like, this is a short one. This is only, like, 150 lines. What the hell? And so the sound you will not see the father says, take, this is basically saying, take the weekend off for God's sakes. Yeah. No, sorry. For heaven's sakes. Yeah. Literally for heaven's sakes. My place in the midst of the world, I appeared to them fresh. They found them all drunk. Found none of them thirsty. Okay. Soul became afflicted for the sons of men because they're finding sights for... And empty do they seek to leave the world, but the moment they are drunk, when they shake up their wine, they repent. Okay. Okay, when you get sober, you're a girl. But what if they're like blackout drunk? You can't repent what you don't remember. If you might be able to. I don't know. I didn't fact check this stuff because I don't edit. The flesh came to being because of spirit. But if spirit became into being because of the body, is a wonder. Indeed, I am amazed how this great wealth has made it home in this poverty. I have no idea. There are 3 gods. They are gods. When there are 2 or 1, I am with him. What the heck? Prophet has accepted his own village. No physician heals those who know him. Yeah, I think you'll find they do. I think you'll find they want to get to know you a little bit, like, because they're people. Then again, these are riddles, so they're probably not meant to be taken literally, but whatever. City being built on a high mountain and fortified cannot fall, nor can it be hidden. Okay. Preach. Okay, that seems like the kind of thing you'd put in a poster on your wall. A faux deep, or maybe actually deep quote that sounds really deep and wise. So if you want to sell a new poster, put that on it. Preach from your housetops. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, nor does he put it in a place for others. He sets on a lampstand so that everyone who enters and leaves will see its light. Yeah. And so too is the point of social media, that people see things and yeah, And the point is that everyone can see it. I don't know if that's particularly relevant, but it's something I wanted to say. Blind man leads a blind man, they will both fall into a pit. Yeah. 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 It's not possible for anyone to enter the house of a strong man and take it by force unless he binds his hands. Then he will be able to ransack his house. Advice for robbery. Okay. Now be conserved from morning till evening, from evening until morning about what you will wear. So there goes the female teenage portion of my audience, which probably didn't even exist. Yeah. Good one there. Yeah. When will you become revealed to us, and when shall we see you? When you disrobe without being ashamed, and take up your garments, place them under your feet like little children, and tread on them. Then you see the Son of the Living One, and you will not be afraid. Okay. Thomas 37, where Jesus endorses nudity. So, if I will be revealed to you when you get nude confidently, without any when you shamelessly strip down, when you shamelessly strip and stand on your clothes, you will see me. What the hell? It's just so weird. Dude, yeah. And I think I should clarify that this is not in most versions of the Bible that people actually use. Like, this is Gnostic stuff. Like, Gnosticism, like, I think died out, like, ages ago. It might not have. If you're Gnostic reading this, watching this video, I am so sorry. I will go after the other sects next time, okay? Okay. Disrobe without being ashamed. Take up your gardens and place. Okay, yeah. Many times you desired to hear these words, which I am saying to you, and you have no one else to hear them from. There will be days when you will look to me and will not find me. Okay. The Pharisees. What does an... I don't really understand that. What's 39 here? The Pharisees... What the hell does this mean? I'm gonna have to Google this word. Search it on Wiktionary. What the hell's a Pharisee? Oh! Oh, is this... Okay. Is this people like me? or or an ancient Jewish politician? Or an ancient Hebrew or a Judean politician? Is this just an old Hebrew word for politician? And the scribes have taken the keys to knowledge, gnosis, and hidden them. They themselves have not entered, nor are they allowed to enter those who wish to. Whoever will be wise as serpents and innocent as... I've never heard that phrase, wise as serpents. Are snakes particularly wise? Aren't they usually considered to be crafty and sneaky? Wait, hang on. What did someone else translate this as? Clever. Yeah, that makes more sense. That really makes a lot more sense. Clever. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Hang on, what's this word actually mean? Gnosis. Oh, literally just descendants. Oh, fame. You'll be famous for knowledge or transcendent. Okay. Knowing. A grapevine has been planted outside the father, but being unsound it will be pulled up its roots and destroyed. What does grapevine mean here? No idea. Whoever has something in his hand will receive more. Whoever has nothing will be deprived of even the little he has. This... Okay. I'm going to defend this bit. Because this seems to be describing the way society actually works. Rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's just a fact of life. Figured this out. Hopefully that's enough for immortality. Become passers-by... What does that mean? I'm looking at another translation. No, be one of those who pass by... What does that mean? Be... What? Yeah. Well... Okay, yeah. I guess it makes sense that this is confusing because, again, it's just... Jesus says riddles for 100 lines. Almost a third of the way through, though. Disciples said to him, who are you... There's a good thing I've got planned to say at the end. That you should say these things to us. You don't know who I am. And from what I said to you, you've become like the Jews. Whether they love the tree and hate its fruit, or love the fruit and hate the tree. Yeah. This seems like a metaphor for, like, fans of anything, including the God fandom. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically the way fanboyism works. Hate the tree. Hate the fruit, love the tree. Like the author that makes the thing, but don't like the thing he's making, saying he could... Yeah. This is condemnation of fanboys. Whoever blasphemes against the Father will be forgiven. Whoever blasphemes against the Son will be forgiven, but whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven on earth or in heaven. Seems a bit arbitrary, but I will be sure to keep my blasphemy in future against only Jesus and Yahweh. Okay. Because you can do it no matter what. Huzzah! Grapes are not harvested from thorns, nor figs gathered from thistles, but for they do not produce fruit. Thorns aren't the part of a plant that makes fruit. A good man brings forth his storehouse, an evil man brings forth evil things from his evil storehouse. Cool. He's in his heart and says evil things. From the abundance of his heart he brings forth evil things. Bad people do bad things, good people do good things. And bad things happen when bad people do bad things. Among those born of women from Adam till John the Baptist, no one there is no one superior to John the Baptist that his eyes should not be lowered before him. Luckily, I'm after him, and also, as we already established with my reference to Macbeth, I am not of woman born, so I'm better than John the Baptist. Ha ha! It is impossible for a man to mount 2 horses. Man on 2 horses at once. Images. Take that, Jesus. Oh, look, there as well. No, that does not include. I can't find images of that. Turns out you can actually mount 2 horses at once. Ha ha! It's possible for a servant to serve 2 masters, otherwise he will honor the one and treat the other contemptuously. No man drinks old wines and immediately desires to drink new wine. New wine is not put into old wineskins lest they burst, nor is old wine put into a new wineskin lest it spoil it. Old patch is not sewn onto a new garment, because a tear would result. Yeah, you don't usually put patches on something that's new because there aren't holes in it. Maybe. Okay. It is impossible for Okay, if 2 make peace with each other in this one house, say to the mountain, move away, and it will move away. No idea what that's supposed to mean. But the solitary and elect kingdom for you from you to your return. That's just less. If they say to you, where did you come from? Say, where did you go? Where did you? No, sorry. You aren't supposed to actually say Cotton Eye Joe to someone. Came from the light place with the light being established. Someone came manifest through. They say to you, "Is it you?" Yeah, they aren't going to. You say, "We are its children, elect to the son of movement." Nah. When the repose of the dead come about, when will the new world come? What you look forward to has already come, but you do not recognize it. Okay. Spoken to Israel and all of them. Spoken you have omitted the one living in your presence, and have spoken only of the dead. Talk about me too, basically. It's 25 now is what Jesus is saying here. Bitch, don't forget about me. And it's okay to do that because he'll forgive me for it. Is circumcision beneficial or not? Oh, this is one. If it were beneficial, Father would beget them already circumcised from the mother. Yeah, if you weren't supposed to have a foreskin, you wouldn't have a foreskin in the first place. Foreskins have a purpose. So the 4 for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, whoever does not hate his father and his mother cannot become a disciple to me. And he who does not hate his brothers and sisters and take up his cross in my way will not be worthy of me. Hate your family. That's 56. Hate your family. Whoever comes to understand the world has found only a corpse, and whoever has found a corpse is superior to the world. I think he's talking about how great science is, maybe? And we haven't come to understand the world yet, so... Dunno. It's like a man who has put good seed. His enemy may come the night and sowed weeds. Come on. You dig up the good seeds. You don't plant weeds as well. That would be a good prank. He did not allow them to pull up the weeds. He said to them, I am afraid that you will go intending to pull up the weeds and pull up the wheat along with them. For on the day of the harvest, the weeds will be plainly visible. They will be pulled up and burned. The whole point of weeding is that they do not take up the water of the other plants. Once it has been time to harvest, there's no point in weeding anymore. What on earth are you going on about? Blessed is the man who has suffered and found life. So if you survived Saw in the movies, you're blessed. Just cut my feet off to avoid dying. Hashtag blessed, I guess. Take heed of lest you die and see saw Samarita. Where the heck is Samarita? Samaritas? I have no idea where Samarita is. Fun. On his way to Judea, said to his disciple, that man is round about the lamb. Said to him, so he may kill it and eat it. While he is alive, he will not eat it, but only when he has killed it and it has become a corpse. He can't do so otherwise. You too look for a place for yourself within the corpse and be eat. What? 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 I get this is... Is he saying you should eat things alive? I don't think he's saying that, but it sounds a lot like he's saying you should eat things alive. Two will rest on a bed and one will die, the other may live. Who are you, man, that you have come upon my couch and eaten from my table? Hopefully it doesn't mean come in the wrong way, because I am he who exists from the undivided. I was given some things of my father. So then I say, if he is destroyed, he will be filled with my light, but if he is divided, the darkness. To those who are worthy of my mysteries that I tell my mysteries, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Okay, so I think this bit is about, like, don't let your, like, two most faithful servants know what each other is doing. This sounds like just, is this, like, a way to keep power, or just shitty organizational advice that doesn't work? Given how quickly Christianity, like, splintered and started fighting itself, I'd say Jesus is probably just bad at organizing. And haha, I can be forgiven for that because I didn't blaspheme the Holy Ghost. Okay. There was a rich man who had much money. He said, I shall put my money to use so that I may sow, reap, plant, and fill my storehouse with produce, with the result that I shall lack nothing. Such were his intentions, but the same night he died. Okay. This seems like a... random twists in a way which is bad writing. who had received visitors when he had prepared the dinner, he said to his servant to invite the guests. He went to the first one and said to him, "Sir, invite you." And he said, "I have claims against some merchants. They are coming this evening. I must go and give them my orders. I ask to be excused from dinner." Said to him, "My master has invited you." Tim, "I have just bought a house and am required for the day. I shall not have any spare time." Went to another and said to them, "My master invites you." He said to them, "My friend is going to get married. I am to prepare the... I shall not come. I ask to be excused from dinner." And said, "My master invites you. I have just bought a farm and I'm on my way to collect the rent. I shall not be able to come. I ask to be excused." Turned and said to his master, "Those whom you invited to the dinner have asked to be excused. Servant, go outside to the streets and bring back those whom you happen to have met so that they may dine. Businessmen and merchants will not enter the places of my father." What? Businessmen and merchants will not enter the places. Here we can see the part where Jesus is a commie. There was a good man who owned a vineyard. He leased it to tenant farmers so that they may collect the produce for them. He sent his servants to the tenant's vineyard. They seized his servant and beat him, but killing the servant went back to his master. The master said, "Perhaps he did not recognize him." He sent another servant. The tenant beat this one as well, but he sent his servant one, and said, "Perhaps they shall show respect to my son." Because the tenants know that it was he who was the heir to the vineyard, they seized him and killed him. Okay, let him who has ears hear. Eat the rich, I guess? "Show me the stone which the builders have rejected. That one is the cornerstone." Cool. Guess they put it in the corner. They made it go and sit. They made the bad stone go and sit in the corner. If one who knows the all still feels a personal deficiency, he is completely deficient. Come on, that's just mean. It's mean to people with self-esteem issues. Jesus is a bully. Blessed are you who are hated and persecuted. Wherever you have been persecuted, they will find no place. Who have been persecuted within themselves, it is they for the belly of him who desires will be filled. Blessed are the hungry. Okay. Those which you have will save you if you bring it forth from yourself. That which you do not have with kill you if you don't have it within you, huh? This is just generic, deep stuff. Life coach stuff. It turns out the Bible's a self-help book. "She'll destroy this house and no one will be able to build it." Presumably this means rebuild it. Him, "Tell my brothers to divide my father's possessions with me." He said to him, "Oh man, what has made me divide?" He said, turns to his disciples and said to them, "I am not a divider, am I?" Harvest great, the laborers are few. Beseech the Lord therefore to send out laborers to the harvest. What is God gonna send angels or something to pick fruit for you? I guess. Oh Lord, not, not pay them more. Oh, there are many around the drinking trough, but there's nothing in the cistern. Many are standing at the door, but is the solitary who will enter the bridal chamber? Kingdom of the fathers, like a merchant who had a consignment of merchandise and discovered a pearl. The merchant was shrewd. He sold the merchandise and bought the pearl alone for himself. 2. Seek his unfailing and enduring treasure, where no moth comes near to devour and no worm destroys. Come on, this bit. It feels like this set to a joke, and this is frustrating. I do not know how religious people put up with all this frustration at setup, reinforcement, but no punchline. What the hell? It is I who am the lights of. I who am the all from me, the all did comfort unto me the extended split a piece of wood. I am there. No, you're not. I've split plenty of pieces of wood and didn't see you. Up the stone is there where you will find me. I've lifted up a lot of rocks, and all I found was more rocks. PolitiFact says false. Why have you come out into the desert? To see a reed shaken by the wind? And to see a man clothed in fine garments like your kings and your great men? Upon them are fine garments, and they are unable to discern the truth. Okay. Yeah, more. Okay. Blessed are the room which bore you in the breast of snow. He said to you, said are those who have heard the word of the Father and have truly kept their days. You'll say, blessed the room which has not conceived and the breasts which have not given milk. Oh, come on, this is just more chastity. Ha! Loophole. And okay. Blessed are the womb which bore you and the breast which nourished you. He said to her, blessed are those who have heard the word of the Father and have truly kept it. For there will be days when you'll say, blessed are the womb which has not conceived and blessed and the breasts which have not given milk. And that's why you should use a condom, because children are expensive. Jesus said, and he who has recognized the world has found the body, but he who has found the body is superior to the world. What? Him who has grown rich be king, and let him who possesses power renounce it. So Jesus said, he who is near me is near the fire, and he who is far from me is far from the kingdom. Cool. The images are manifest to excuse me, I don't edit these things, so there will be a break for a few minutes. Sorry about that. There won't be as much coughing in this video from now on, so yay. Right. The images are manifest to man, but the light in them remains concealed, and the image and the light of the Father become manifest, but his image will remain concealed by the light. I don't know what he means by manifest here, so moving on. You see your likeness, you rejoice. Looking in mirrors, or in other words, looking in mirrors is fun, but when you see images which came to being before you, which neither die nor become manifest, how much you will have to bear. You came into being with from a great power and great wealth, but he did not become worthy of you, for had he been worthy, he would not have experienced death. In other words, only bad people die. If someone you love died, they were a bad person. The foxes have their holes and the birds have their nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lie his head to rest. If I had face cam on, I could have just said Exhibit A and gestured over to my bed, which isn't made. I think it's a good thing I don't have face cam on. Okay, wretched is the body that is dependent upon a body that is dependent upon a body that is dependent upon a body, and wretched is the soul which is dependent on these two. What? And you'll send the prophets will come to you and give you those things you already have. And you too give them things which you have and say to yourselves, when will they come and take what is theirs as opposed to ours? Why do you wash the outside of the cup? Do you not realize that he who made the inside, would you wash the side, is the same one who made the outside? Huh? Come unto me, for my yoke is easy and my lordship is mild. You will find repose for yourself. Let me oppress you. I'm not as bad. They said to him, tell us who you are so we may believe in you. He said to them, you read the face of the sky and of the earth, but you have not recognized the one who is before you. You do not know how to read this moment. Seek and you will find. Yet you asked me about in former times, which I did not tell you then. Now I do desire to tell, but you do not inquire after it. Jesus said, do not give which is holy to dogs, lest them throw them on the dung heap. Do not throw pearls to swine, lest they something. Hang on, I'm gonna find 93 on this. Oh, I think the page is torn or something in the manuscript there. It's probably just the do not throw pearls to the swine, lest they trample it upon their hooves or eat it or something. I don't know. He who seeks will find, he who knocks will be let in. If you have the money, do not lend it at interest, but give it to the one from whom you will not get it back. Except for his tax breaks, of course. Kingdom of the Father is like a certain woman. She took a little leaven, conceal it in some. She took a little yeast, conceal it in some dough, and made large loaves. Let him who has ears hear. What? Is like a certain woman who was carrying a jar full of meal when she was walking on the road, still some distance from home, handle of the jar broken, the meal emptied out onto the behind her on the road. She did not realize it. She had noticed no accident. When she reached her house, she set the jar down and found it empty. Wait, what? Handle broke. How? Sorry. The logistics of this make no sense whatsoever. Kingdom of the Father is like a certain man who wanted to kill a powerful man. In his own house he drew his sword and stuck it into the wall in order to find out his hand could carry through. Then he slew the powerful man. I figured this one out. So it means like if you need, I don't know. Cool. So if you want to murder someone, practice on your wall. Your brothers and mother are standing outside. Well, because Jesus apparently wants you to hate your family. Those here who do the will of my fathers are my brothers and my mother. They who will enter the kingdom of my Father. Who you shouldn't. Showed Jesus a gold coin, said to him, Caesar's man demand. Uh, see, said to them, Caesar's men demand taxes from us. He said to them, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give Jod what belongs to Jod, and give me what is mine. Yeah, as we all know, or in other words, pay your taxes, god damn it. Jesus, whoever does not hate his father and mother, as I do. So, Jesus hates his parents. I guess this would have, if Jesus was even real, this would have been transcribed when Jesus was an angry teenager. Teenage Jesus angst. And whoever does not love his side who cannot become a disciple to me, for my mother torn, but my true mother gave me life. Woe to the politicians, basically. That's right, for they are like a dog sleeping in the manger of oxen. For neither does he eat, nor does he let the oxen eat. Fortunate is the man who knows where the brigands will enter, so that you may... Probably some army thing. Less pray today and less fast. Sin that I've committed, wherein I've been defeated, but when the bridegroom leaves the bridal time, brethren, let him fast and pray. What? He who knows the father and the mother will be called the son of a harlot. I think there's a... Hang on. 105. Called the son of a whore. Or, I think it should be called son of a bitch. Oh, wait. Whoa. Nose. So sometimes, biblically, the word no is used as a word for have sex with or shag. So not saying Jesus. I'm sorry. Okay. When you make the two one, you will become this. Mountain move away and it will move away. Kingdoms like shepherd who had 100 sheep. One of them, the largest, went astray. I wonder who that is, mister. He left the 99 sheep and looked for the one until he found it. Got so much trouble, he said to the sheep, I care for you more than the 99. Favoritism. Great. Who will drink from my mouth will become like me. Myself be he, and the things that are hidden will be... What? Oh my goodness, that is kind of disgusting. The heavens and the earth will be rolled up in your presence, and you listen, everyone will not see death. Does not say whoever finds himself is superior to the world. Woe to the flesh depends on the soul depends on the flesh. Will the kingdom come? It will not come, but it won't come by waiting for it. It will not be the matter of saying, here it is or there it is, rather spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it. But it's invisible. Simon Peter said to him, let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of life. Okay. That's probably the most sexist thing I've ever heard. Actually. Holy crap, that is... Oh, don't worry. I myself shall lead her in order to make her male. At least we have some trans inclusion in here. I guess so she may become a spirit resembling males. For every woman who will make herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven. So all you need to do to get into heaven, if you're currently female, is decide to be What? Sorry. This is just so... What? Trans? So, summarize this. Oh, if you're a trans man, don't worry? What the hell? I don't mean to come off as anything like transphobic or anything, but like, sorry, this that is a weirdly sort of modern take to have, because even though it is extremely sexist, because it seems to be saying because they aren't women anymore, they're as good as any other man. Oh my fucking god. Here, trans inclusionary sexism. Okay. I did... This is from... This is from the 1st century. And this is a really weird viewpoint to have, by the way. I presume he means it, like, because they've improved themselves so much they aren't icky women anymore. This is so weird. And this is also why I don't believe this, because it's just so random and weird. So if you can figure out what all of these 100 or so riddles mean, you get to heaven. I guess also heaven has an affirmative action program because yeah. Also, important to note, Jesus does not call Simon Peter, no, you sexist jackass. And also, this is specifically Mary. Hang on, where is it? A woman from the cloud, but not the person who said to him, "Blessed are the womb which bore you." No, only Mary, only his mom and or hang on, Mary, and or New Testament people named Mary, or Mary Magdalene, or Mary from Galilee, from a Galilean village, or Mary of Bethany, or Mary of Clopas, or James's mom, or the other Mary, Mary, mother of John Mark, Mary of Rome, people allegedly called Mary, two unnamed women, some... Okay. A non-specific Mary, presumably the same Mary at the start of this. No idea which Mary, because there are like 10 of them. So, what can we take away? Use a condom. Okay, yeah. Figure out Jesus's riddles and you can't die. Don't let your assistants speak to each other. What else is there? Hate your parents. And also your brother, but also love your brother. And guard them like they're your eye, but also you shouldn't hate them. Oh, you should hate them and also guard them. Figured that out. Okay. Weird polytheism stuff, which I did not expect. Claiming, doctors only heal strangers. I think that's something they do as well as people they know. Blind. Be concerned from. Don't care about your Don't, stress over your wardrobe. Also, people who were born of cesarean section are inherently superior and lie on the ground before me. Worship me as your daddy. Or Macduff. And that's why Macduff could kill Macbeth. Also, okay. Also, the bad guy in Saw was actually blessing people. Okay. Don't give holy stuff to dogs. Presumably that's an insult for other people. Okay. Also, don't forget to mention me that I'm a prophet, or else I won't answer your question. Also, don't fast, but also do fast. Okay. Also, he nominated. So yeah. Weird stuff.